Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind, and if you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. I'm smiling because just before I went on camera, I was kind of debating. I've been sitting at my desk for a few minutes, like meditating, and Lucky started snoring, and he's on the stairs right in front of me. He was like, his head was like hanging in between the rails of the stairs, and he was snoring, and he was snoring really loud, and I was like, damn, I don't necessarily want him snoring in the background. I didn't necessarily want to hear him snoring in the background of the video, but as soon as I started talking, he woke up and adjusted his body and stopped snoring. So good looking out, kid. All right, y'all, I hope everybody is doing good and feeling good, had a good night's sleep. It's funny, I've been seeing it all over social. People have been talking about like their sleep has been disrupted ever since the full moon, but we didn't actually see the full moon because it was raining on the 3rd, so we didn't really, doesn't mean we didn't get to experience the energy, we just couldn't see it. But I am not personally having any sleep issues. Are y'all having any sleep issues? I'm like, folks have been chattering about, I've seen it in a couple of places just today, and I'm like, I haven't had any problems sleeping. I've been sleeping like a baby. Now, I've had problems maybe falling asleep initially, but the sleep part, top notch. Top notch. Now, I have been having some weird ass dreams, though. Not even gonna lie. I'm like, have been having some weird ass dreams. I'm like trying to figure out. I'm just tossing cards right now because I hadn't decided what spread I wanted to do. But let's do a box spread. Let's see what's going on. Well, I don't know who this is for, but this looks like somebody making, it's like making a decision to take action. This feels like a new adventure, learning something new, establishing oneself in a new environment, maybe. Could have something to do with work, not necessarily. But there's a goal that wants to be achieved. And this down here almost feels like I'm working on something. Whatever this thing is, this idea, it looks like a pretty big thing. I don't think that whoever this is doesn't want to necessarily have to defend their choices. This is something, I heard it's personal. Okay. So far, so good. It looks really good. It feels like good energy. It feels like an adventure. An adventure that may take somebody to a different territory. Take that how it resonates. I'm like, I chose the word territory because I couldn't really think of it. I'm like, it just feels like somebody is considering, it's like, just going on an adventure. It just keeps, like, that's the thing that's just sitting right here. It's like going on an adventure. Okay. Okay. I'm actually... Okay. A lot of contemplation about this decision. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. So it looks like somebody's making a decision, and I mean, this is mind over heart. So it's mind over heart. It's having someone, this could be a masculine energy, gender fluid, doesn't have to be. It almost feels like someone who is, maybe there's someone's experienced a sense of stagnation. Okay. Um, and this is almost feeling like somebody reflecting over like all the efforts that they've put into their life. Um, and remember when I said initially, I was like, it feels like an adventure. So I think what this person is thinking about, or they're looking at their life, um, and I feel like somebody has been working like very diligently for, it's not just about like stability and like, yeah, we work towards stability, but that's not what this feels like. This feels like somebody who has been previously putting a lot of effort into building, like creating one's own world, okay? Like, go with me, because I'm like, it's in this world here that things may be. So, okay, in the world, because I'm looking at this card and there's a fishbowl, and the way that I'm receiving this is that there's the world or life that someone's created is kind of in this fishbowl, okay? Not necessarily a bad thing, but it feels like someone here is contemplating, they're looking at like the course of their life, or just kind of looking at the state of their life right now, where they have worked to gain, that's the biggest thing. They were trying to maintain a sense of not just stability, but to create an environment of safety for themselves, safety for their families. Like this is somebody who's making the best decisions, that are the appropriate logical decisions, okay? But I feel as though in the effort of creating this world, now there is a realization that there is more outside of the fishbowl. Just follow me with the analogy. There's more outside of the fishbowl, and I get the impression that this is somebody who is wanting to explore like what else is out there. But in order to explore what else is out there, I know that something in my life currently does require something. Something has to end or change, and I think it's mainly the stagnation of being within the fishbowl. Like, this energy up here looks like I want to go explore more. There's more to life, there's more to see, there's more to do, and I can't do it in this bowl because we're just swimming around in circles, okay? And so now someone is kind of like this feels like a reevaluation of life. Um, and what I really, now this could be two people, could be one person. I mean, the cards are all in the upright and positive, so good cards. I think also with the same vein of, using logic and being very discerning about what, because in order for this person to execute or take action, I feel like they are also in an energy of honoring one's intuition. I like it. Okay. Because even if I can't, and I even see it here, it feels very much like a lot of the decisions that this person, a lot of the decisions that have been made have been done intuitively, but it was under it had a lot to do with maintaining a sense of stability. It feels like a lot of the decisions that have been made and the actions that have been taken were largely for the sake of being stable and maintaining a sense of stability. But I feel like now, because we're looking at something from a different point of view, I've explored everything I could possibly explore within the confines of the fishbowl. And while I may not be entirely sure of what is outside of the bowl, I'm open to explore it. Okay. Yeah, look at all of the effort. Like, and I think part of there's like this, it's interesting. I feel as though yeah, it feels kind of like oh. I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. Interesting. Okay, so this feels like, it's interesting that this card comes down here because it's the same energy. So it's like somebody making a decision to like make some moves. Okay, let's just go there. But I see this it's a masculine energy. It feels really like he is doing this is a lot of heavy lifting. This is somebody here who's really trying to keep everything in balance. So maybe this is a father, a boss, a business owner. I can see this in a bunch of different ways. What it really looks like is it looks like somebody who's been playing it safe for a really long time. And while they have, it's not so much about the accumulation of goods, like I heard accumulation of worldly goods. It's not even so much about the accumulation of worldly goods. I think it has a lot to do with the sense of this stability is a big thing out here. Stability is a big thing here. So there's an energy out here of like, on one hand, we did things in order to not create a whole bunch of instability. You know what I mean? So yeah, there could have been opportunities. This feels very much like a father figure who has made a bunch of sacrifices in order to kind of keep, and these aren't sacrifice. I mean, this is not like where this man in the background is feeling some kind of way because he's made these sacrifices. He did this because of his position in the hierarchy of a family. So this is like, I'm making these sacrifices for my family. Yes, I may feel stagnant in certain areas, but I have to make sure that like my tribe, my family, my kids, everybody is like good, right? And this could be like, I'm kind of getting an energy of here, like maybe he hasn't really been communicating that sense of stagnation. Like I feel stagnation, but maybe he doesn't communicate it. But he's just been really working hard trying to keep things as even as possible. Just kind of keeping their nose down and focusing on what they got to focus on, and what they're focusing on really is just keeping things balanced. I just see a lot of that on the board. It's like, and then this doesn't even have to be a man. It totally could be a woman in masculine energy, just trying to maintain, because I can see that too. Definitely trying to maintain like the world that they've created for their family, because I don't get the impression that this is somebody who's just, this is somebody who is thinking about the other people involved. This isn't like a self-serving, I'm doing me. This is someone who is genuinely, I need to make the best decisions for everyone involved, and I'm taking the lead, and I'm like, this is actually a really good energy out here. I think just there's been a big component of someone's silence, in terms of maybe these are internal conversations that one is having with themselves about like the repetitive nature of what they're doing, so it kind of looks like, even if somebody's contemplating that, I can even see down here, like somebody also could be contemplating going into like an entrepreneurial situation. Like, I've been working, I'm a worker, that's what I do, I work, right? But being a worker keeps me in the bowl, and I'm actually thinking about branching out. But in order for me to branch out, something's got to end, which would be the worker thing. Okay. It definitely feels like this man has made some significant sacrifices. A man, whoever, somebody's made some significant sacrifices in terms of some of the things that they may have wanted to pursue, because like I said, they may have children, there may be children involved, there could be relationships here, and this person's been trying to make sure that all of the moving parts stay very even. Okay. Oh, I love this. Love it. Okay. Okay. I'm like, if somebody is considering entrepreneurial pursuits, if someone is pursuing entrepreneurial pursuits or wanting to just go in a different direction, this looks positive to me. Okay. Definitely honor your intuition. If you're working a job that you don't particularly care for, but I'm looking at it from the other side, because you have skills. You're good at what you do, or say you're an expert because you've taken the time to develop a certain skill. Okay. You have the capability of doing whatever based on the skills that you have and the time that you've taken. I would rather you look at something from a different point of view, in terms of I'm kind of getting a little FOMO out here. There's a little FOMO. Fear of missing out. I'm trying to figure out how these are all connected. I'm like, I can see it. It's like I've been so busy plugging away and creating this perfect environment, but now the environment feels stale. It no longer feels like it's thriving, and that's what I want to do. So I want to explore more. But I also do see an energy down here of somebody wanting to just kind of, It's like they want to explore more, but also there's an energy of wanting to, it's like, protect the stability that we've created. I see that. But down here, it's giving fear of missing out. But the upside is that I feel like whoever you are, you do have the capability of creating a different life. Like there, I see that. Okay. Um, this row here for me is telling me that you are, I kind of feel like, Spirit's been kind of giving you some nudges here, to keep focusing on the goal. Like, don't take your eye off the prize, whatever that is. Okay. And then down here, because I don't know, like, I don't have counterparts out here or anything like that. So I'm not really, but I have the Two of Cups here. So I'm like, I don't have counterparts per se, but I'm like, I do see the other connections that this person is connected to. And I see where they're worried. There is a concern, like, okay, we make this decision, like, especially, okay, say we got a head of household, and the head of household wants to make some moves. Let's, whatever, let's move. Let's sell the house. Let's move. Right. I'm kind of getting, and I don't even have the Two of Pentacles out here, but the energy feels very much like this person, the main character of this reading, has been juggling a lot in order to keep everything balanced. And boy, he looks tired. I'm like, and boy, he looks tired. He looks tired. Okay. I could be talking to somebody who's a little bit older. I'm looking at the ages of the people on the cards. I'm like, they're all over the board, but I could be talking to somebody, talking about someone who's a little bit older. Like, over 50. I'm like, based on what I see, over 50. Definitely over 50. But he's trying to make the best. I just definitely get this thing. It's like, I'm just trying to make the best decisions for everyone overall. Like, I'm, especially if this is like a father figure, parental figure, head of household, masculine or feminine. It's like, I'm trying to make the best decisions for my household that doesn't disrupt the relationship connections. It doesn't disrupt our lives. Like, yes, it'll be some change, but it won't, I'm not trying to disrupt, because I don't get that feeling. Like, I don't want to disrupt anyone's lives, but I feel like if we don't do this now, we may miss out on something. I don't want, we built to this, and I just don't want to miss out anything. I don't want to miss out on other opportunities. I see that here, because somebody is definitely like eager to go do something different. It's like, I want to go, like I'm saying, this could be, somebody pursuing entrepreneurialism, but this over here, it's kind of like, I want to go, like, I have a childhood dream of accomplishing whatever, right? And this is what this person is thinking about, like the things that they've always wanted to accomplish that maybe they didn't get a chance to, because like I said, life starts lifing, and in order for me to like keep things balanced for everybody else, like I want to keep things cool, I gotta put some of my shit on the back burner, kind of keep it, kind of keep that shit to myself, and just keep my head down and keep focusing on what I'm focusing on, taking care of the household or whatever, raising kids, blah blah blah, honing my skills, whatever. But now I'm at a position in my life where I'm like, okay, I'm not really like, okay, this is no longer fun for me. I really think I need some change. I need to shake some shit up. Okay. But in order to shake it up, I have to make a decision. I have to make a decision. I'm like, then we go right back to it. Mind over heart. Okay. Now, I do have an energy out here. There may be a little bit of I don't know, like hesitation. There is a little bit of hesitation down here. But I think it's hesitation. Oh, well, yeah, it's down here. There is hesitation, but I think there's a lot tied into the hesitation. It's like, how do we make it all work? There may need to be some out of the box thinking. I think I talked about that yesterday or 2 days ago or 2 readings ago. Somebody may need to may be required to like think outside of the box for the solution. How do I make this work? How do I make it work without creating a bunch of disruption? Okay. Oh. So, yeah, that's what it is. So, whoever I'm talking to, oh, they're feeling restless. 444 could be a synchronicity. Could be seeing a lot of fours. I kind of feel like somebody here, there's like, that's what it is. I remember when I just said a minute ago, I was like, somebody needs to shake something up. That's what they're trying to do. They want to shake something up because they're bored. Like there's something within their life, and it is loosely connected to the fishbowl. They're kind of bored with like swimming around in a circle. Because fishbowl, you're swimming around in a circle. And it kind of feels like swimming around in a circle is starting to make somebody feel like really cuckoo, you know? And so they're really restless because they want to make some moves, but they're trying to figure out the best way to do it without creating or causing a whole bunch of unnecessary, like chaos. And then on the other side of it, there is someone contemplating like, damn, am I making the wrong decision? Like these are things that I want for me. Like, how is it going to affect everybody else? There's a lot going on out here, but there's someone here who's very restless. Very restless about taking action. But again, I'm going back to that. I do have this energy of like something. It's like something calling someone forward, and it's reminiscent of like childhood dreams, childhood goals. When I was a kid, I always wanted to XYZ. You know what I'm saying? And that's where this person is. I don't know who I'm talking about. That's where they are. They're thinking about all of these things that they wanted to accomplish, and so they've gotten to a place of accomplishment. You know, they have accomplished some things, but now what's next? And that's what I see. So now we're at the what's next phase, and someone is like, okay, I want to do this, but it feels very much like I got to think it out a little bit more, because there may be a lot of moving parts for this person to also consider. Because I just see this thing, like there's a lot of thinking about it, but there's definitely a need for this stability and balance, like all the way in every area where there's decisions and all that stuff. this person is trying to contemplate the best way forward. How do we accomplish this thing? I've been patient, but now, like, it's like something cycling out, something is cycling out, and I know it's time for me to move on to the next thing. Okay. So, okay, so another thing about that fishbowl, yes, the reality is somebody is making a very clear distinction, having to make a decision of what needs to be cut out. There is something here from so if this is a job or something like that, it's like somebody here who's, because it absolutely could be somebody's work. So this is like the realization that I've been doing this thing that I do very well repetitively over and over again forever, and I've had some difficulty making the decision of walking away from it, in order, because I don't get the sense, not that someone doesn't feel peace, there's restlessness. There's restlessness because I feel like there's more. And this person is like, okay, I know there's more. I want to protect what I already have. I want to continue to maintain the harmony in my relationships, with either, my significant other or my children. Like I said, I don't have counterparts out here as of yet. But there's definitely an energy of like, I'm just trying to make sure that everything continues to flow without a lot of disruption. But the realization that this person is having is that I've been swimming around in this bowl, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the bowl, and I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move on. And so maybe that was something that somebody had to come. Yeah, they were having a really hard time making up their mind. Somebody's having a really hard time having like that come to Jesus moment of making up their mind. So they've had to maybe look at this from a bunch of different angles, and then find the courage to step outside of the fishbowl. Okay. Yeah, this has required somebody to, ooh, look at that. Damn, okay, now it's out here. I don't know what to do. Yeah. It's interesting because this energy feels very much like, it's interesting because the Emperor in this particular deck, and I can't see the King of Swords because he's really small. The image of him is very small in comparison to the other male images on the cards. The Hermit looks a lot like the Emperor, and I feel like this person, whoever I'm talking about, is needing to like really dig deep. Like, they're not going to be able to find the answers outside of themselves. This is something only they can answer for themselves. And I feel like the realization that I don't know, it kind of gives me the impression of somebody like, which I think is really kind of weird, but it feels like, okay, remember when I talked about the stagnation? Because I do see a little bit of stagnation here. This energy feels almost like, while they have created a little bubble, there's an element that doesn't feel, it's kind of like, yes, I may have successfully created a bubble, but there's something in the bubble or in the creation of the bubble or the world that that I've kind of created that feels unsatisfactory. I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, okay, hold on. It feels unsatisfactory. And I'm like looking at all the other cards that's connected. This feels very much like one person and whatever is heavily on their mind that they have been really, they've pushed through. They have a lot of responsibility on their shoulders, and they're just, it does come with this, that now that I have the two pentacles out here, it does come with like this juggling energy of like trying to maintain all of these moving parts at the same time. And then there's this weird energy of like kind of being at a loss, not like financial or anything like that, but like a loss for like someone being at a point where I just really don't know what to do. I'm not sure how to, it's like I'm not quite sure how to execute all of the things that I got going on in my head. So in the meantime, I'm just going to kind of keep, doing what I'm doing. I'm like, it feels like a perception thing, because I'm like, I wouldn't view this as unsuccessful. Like the world that they've created, I wouldn't view it as unsuccessful. Or maybe they feel like it's unsuccessful because it's not producing the results that they were looking for. Take that how it resonates. Okay. Yeah, this person they want more. Remember I said fear of missing out. This person wants more. And for a long time, they chose to be stationary and just kind of push through with whatever they were doing. There's a couple of different things out here. Yeah, okay, so for me, the sun is, whether it's in the upright or the reverse, sun is always the happiest card of the deck. And usually when the sun comes out in the reverse, for me, it's kind of like a delay, not deny. But the delay had been largely because of the fear. I'm like, I don't want to call it a fear of change. I mean, yes, and yeah, okay, yeah. I'm like, yeah, well, it could be a fear of change. It could be a fear of change. It could be, I don't know, it feels like a fear of change, but it's something about the action, not taking action, not having the confidence. Like it's still the same kind of energy. It's like not having the confidence. Maybe that's what it was before. It's like a lack of confidence in the past, and now we're kind of like, okay, they made a decision to just stay put. Yeah, it's kind of giving me a family dynamic. I don't know who this is. I mean, it could be a business owner, and it could be like a business wanting to relocate or do something different or change business models, and They don't necessarily want to disrupt, like, if they got other employees and whatever, they don't want to disrupt their lives. Because I definitely see somebody here is trying to make the best decisions for everybody. Because we know the Emperor and the Upright, that's a leader. That's somebody who makes decisions for the greater good. They want to make sure that I'm making decisions. I'm making sound decisions because these decisions affect more than just me. I want to make the right decision. So this person right now is kind of going through that phase of like, I'm trying to make the best decision. I am worried about, system failure. I am worried about that. There is somebody here who is concerned about that, because if they ever dealt with like a stability issue in the past, they not trying to revisit that shit. Okay. So while they're kind of going back and forth with themselves about what they need to do and how they need to handle it, it could be, because I kind of do feel like there's somebody here that like wants to go. Like, again, this could be like relocation, moving. And there's just a lot of energy around not wanting to be disruptive. I don't like, yes, I want change, but I don't want it to be so disruptive where it just kind of makes everybody freak the fuck out, Not a bad thing, but I definitely see somebody who's using extreme caution in making decisions. Whoever this is spends a lot of time living in their head. A lot of time living in their head. Now, if this, I didn't even have these cards out here and I started talking about it. Yeah, some of these decisions, there might be people who aren't necessarily happy about it. But I also get the impression that the repetitive nature of whatever this person is doing, they're not happy. Oh boy. So it's definitely one of those, we can't please everybody. We could try, but we can't please everybody. Yeah. So somebody here is really contemplating on making some moves for like a whole new, I want to say like a whole new life, but like a whole new beginning. Okay. I'm like, I have so many questions. Because it feels very much like there's something here. There's an energy out here of like somebody being, okay. I'm like, it's kind of like, okay, I'm like looking for, I'm racking my brain for an example. Because there's a lot here. So it's kind of like imagine somebody, you live in your hometown, wherever the hell that is, right? And all you know is where you have been. Or where you are, I don't know. Like, there's something here that I feel like there's someone here that wants to like recapture or go back to a childhood dream that they'd always wanted to pursue. And somewhere in the middle, life happened, life started lifing, and we get involved with a family. Now you got a family, or now you have other people that you're responsible for. So whether you're, like I said, whether you're an employer or whether you're a parental figure, whatever, Now you're responsible for other people's lives as well. But in the effort of being responsible for all these other people's lives, you let your own dreams kind of fall by the wayside, and you just kind of continue to do what you were doing, even though it might have been draining your soul, and you may have, kind of, I don't know, this energy almost feels like a betrayal to one's self by not taking action, or by, it's like not so much about taking action. It's like abandoning one's own dreams or aspirations, right? So it feels very much like I've been doing all of this because I'm trying to make sure everybody else is good, while abandoning the things that I've wanted to do, and then I'm not really happy. But in an effort of trying to make sure everybody else is happy, I'm the one that's literally, I can see it, whoever this person is, whoever I'm talking to, is not, they're not unhappy, they're just not as happy as they could be. And it's largely because, and it's interesting because it's kind of like, the way that things have turned out, like ideally they had created this environment, but it feels kind of like this isn't what I wanted. I had a vision in my head of how I wanted it to work out, but we got to make provisions for shit that goes left. But this is the reality, like the world that I actually created, I'm not entirely happy with it. And so I know, in order for me to be happy, I have to make a decision. But on the back end, if I'm talking to you and you're watching this video and this is your story, the one thing that I do want to point out is that the only thing that's holding someone back is fear. And I do feel like there is the potential of, for something like, stable and solid, but it's going to require somebody to kind of, I want to say change, like Hangman, like see something from a different point of view. Because whoever I'm talking to, you have everything you need. You are the magician. You are the magician. And if you continue to listen to your intuition and follow the intuitive nudges that Spirit has been pushing towards you, that will help you make the decision. Because I kind of think you may not be aware that you have been working towards something greater. It might not be overt, you know what I mean? It might not even be part of like not part of a specific goal. Because I'm saying it's like you have expert level skills at whatever it is that you do. You're very smart. Highly intelligent. But because you already know what you're doing, and you have all these skills that you've taken a long time to like hone, you've made sure to put yourself in a position where you are not feeling like, maybe you grew up in poverty, so you made sure, I'm gonna always have a roof over my head. I'm gonna always make sure, that we're straight, because I can see that out here too. It's like, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to make sure that me and mine are good. I gotta do whatever I have to do to make sure that we don't ever fall on hard times, that we don't ever, lose the roof over our head, all of these things. But now someone is they're ready to birth a new situation. And I think it's not so much, I don't know who I'm talking to or where you are in this, how this works for you, but this is an energy of somebody who's really struggling with, obviously we don't want to make the wrong decision, and we don't want to make the decision too hasty. We don't want to move in haste, right? But the problem is that you're being placed in a position right now where you have the ability to make some moves. Yeah, you may need to think it out a little bit further, because I can see where there's somebody here who just cannot make up their mind. So that means you ain't ready. I'm like, if you can't make up your mind, that means you're not ready, right? On one hand, I see where you've there are certain areas of your life where you have made decisions like, okay, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do that, right? But the other decisions, there is, maybe it's a logistical thing, but the other decisions about what it is that you want to do or how you want to do it, there needs to be a little bit more thought there. Because you haven't quite gotten to the point where you've made up your mind and said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. You just know you want to do something. Okay. And somebody is worried about making a wrong move. I'm like, I can see, I saw that. I'm like, I'm not going to take that card, but I did see it in one of the other cards when I was looking at the bottom of the deck. There is someone. And the thing is that... yeah, so... okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, even from the bottom of the decks, there's just... yeah, I'm like, even from the bottom of the deck, it just kind of regurgitates what I have out here already. It's literally somebody just having to make a decision to put an end to a certain cycle of, like, they may have created, somebody here has created a certain sense of stability, but the stability now has created stagnation. The stability has now created stagnation. That can happen. Because now we're comfortable in the fishbowl. And this person doesn't want to be comfortable in the fishbowl anymore. They want out of the bowl. But there is some concern too. I think that was also one of the concerns too. Like, again, like I said, it could be a business owner, could be a father figure, mother figure, whoever, right? It's just, I'm worried about the things, the people and situations under my charge. So I want to make sure that everybody is good. Whoever I'm talking to, you solid as hell. It's very selfless. Yeah, so... I don't like this energy. I don't like this energy because now we've introduced some shit in the background that I don't like. Because what this feels like is... I don't like this. I'm like, because now it kind of feels like there had been some, I don't know who these people are. I'm like, I don't know what the situation is, but it kind of feels there is an energy out here of somebody manipulating energy, and it could be whatever. It could be somebody completely separate. But this is like somebody, if somebody had been energetically trying to influence this masculine, they're getting karma for it. Because I see an energy out here of, and it's directly connected to this masculine, where they wanted this masculine to like second guess, like maybe he's coming out of a fog. Like if this masculine or feminine, whoever you are, it's presenting right now as a masculine energy. It feels as though there has been someone who has been energetically keeping this masculine in kind of like a mind fog. Kind of like in a mind fog. It feels like someone who has been, and it's interesting, I never thought about that with this card, but it feels like someone's been trying to influence to create a sense of instability in this person's home to keep them, oh wow, okay, I'm like, my brain is like firing off right now. This looks like somebody doing juju over this masculine. He may be like, I don't like waking up from whatever this is, because he's seeing how unhappy he is, like what he's doing and how he's been doing it, right? But what this looks like is the energetic influence was meant to have this man's mind constantly, in this grind so that he wouldn't be able to take specific actions. Something about going. Okay, so remember when I said like this man, he's like, he wants to go on an adventure. He wants to go, right? It feels like somebody has been doing something. Like this man maybe has always had these urges, but he suppressed them. But I think a lot of the suppression and the mind shit, this wasn't organic. Like this wasn't just, even now I think, I don't know, we haven't got that down there, but I can see it. This doesn't feel organic. Like this man just, all of a sudden I can't think straight. Because he's awake, like fully. This is a fully awakened person. Seeing logically how his mind has been kind of like in a lock, preventing him to take actions. But I'm telling you, I don't think that it's somebody's been doing to keep him in that energy. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm like, I don't know who this is. I don't know who the person is doing this energy work here, but I can clearly see that there has been someone doing some like energetic, there's like an energetic influence over this masculine that has been hidden. It has largely been hidden from him. I do feel like this practitioner person, I don't know, I feel like I'm unpacking something much bigger. Okay, please follow me. Like now that we're 58 minutes in, please follow. Whoever this person is that has been doing juju, okay? They have been doing it. This person, I want to say, I don't know, okay, because remember I said it was largely a masculine energy on the board. Again, switch the roles if you need to. I don't know who this is for you. The person who is orchestrating this energy is a feminine, okay? I don't know who she is, but I do have a practitioner out here. This practitioner, and I don't know who you are, I don't know the players, but I can see that this practitioner here has been doing things behind the scenes in secret, because there's no exposure here. I don't want anybody to know that I'm playing a game, and I'm trying to keep it under wraps. Okay? I feel like this person has been doing something energetically to affect this man's, like, yes, his emotions, but also his mind. And again, I said over here, I think he's waking up because there has been some healing work that's been done, but he is coming to a place of, like, awareness. Almost like, not so much like a return to sender kind of thing, but like whatever this juju is they've been casting over this man, it's almost like it's gone, or he's awake now. You can't, once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. So he's awake now. So whatever work that she had been doing over him, especially if it had been done over long periods of time, he's waking up from that. I'm like Ace of Swords, that's the truth. He is waking up from that. The truth that someone has been trying to hide. And then the person who may have been doing the juju, they wanted this. Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. Look at these two cards. The Five of Wands and the Mob. I want you to see. This is the Five of Wands. But this is the Mob. Right? And the way that I'm receiving this is the masculine that we've been talking about. And these are all the people that have been around under this person's influence. This is just a good time. We're having a great time. Little do you know that we're actually working behind the scenes in order to cause your nervous system to be so fucking wound up that you can't do shit. You can't make decisions. You can't. This is some weird, covert, undercover shit here. And I kind of feel like there is going to be a realization that this... Yes! What did I say? What did I say? Okay. Okay, follow me here. So, okay. I'm like, I got all these players out here. So we know our main character, the main person that we were talking about originally, was a masculine energy. Of course, masculine, feminine. Somebody who's head of household, an entrepreneur, a boss, somebody who's in charge. Right? I have someone out here who has been doing work behind the scenes in order to create a sense of loss in this person's life. Okay? I don't know how this person is connected to you. I don't know if you're on chat. I don't know. I'm like, for myself, I kind of know what this is. But I feel like whatever work has been done, it has been so that, because he has always, I feel like I said, there's like an unrealized childhood dream of exploration and learning and going and doing, right? And I feel like there has been work done over this masculine energy to keep him locked in his head to where he can't actually make decisions or do the right thing, or like and really the efforts that he's done in order to maintain his life and keep things afloat and do the right thing, and try to make sure we have stability all the time, like all the things that he's done that shit on, like, not on his own, but he's done it despite whatever this energy is that has been over him. I don't know the time frame, but there has been some type of energetic work over this man to keep him unhappy, to keep him constantly in a loop of misfortune or whatever, despite like the energy that I feel, it's very strong, but it's almost like I don't want you to know that back here I'm doing all this weird shit. Like, yeah, you may have great ideas, and you may be you may be a creative, and you have great ideas, and you love yourself and all this stuff, but I want to create an energy so that I also strip you of your confidence, so that you're not actually confident enough to make the decisions that I know that you can actually make. So I don't know who this woman is, because this is a feminine energy who's been like in direct competition with this masculine, and the energy that she's been projecting out, or and there are other people involved because she is working with other people. All of it has been meant to like kind of like keep this man in a loop to prevent him from moving on with his life, prevent him. And the thing is what I actually like is the fact that he has done some healing work. He has like he has settled his, like, if his nervous system at one point was like, he's settled all of that. All of that has come to an end. Like, that we're not doing that anymore, right? But on the flip side, since we were kikiing here with all the people coming up against this masculine, now this over here feels like return to sender. You wanted me to experience loss. You wanted me to experience a sense of instability. You want me to like lose my home and be unhappy, be broke, and deal with a bunch of unfortunate circumstances, right? Well, over here, if I could look at it like this, we know the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is, reap what you sow. So if I've been sending hate and discontent over to your house or over to your place of business, well, guess what's happening with them? They're drowning and looking for a blessing to rescue them from what they're going through. Ace of Swords, and that's the truth. So even if this person, now I have it up here based on the, like, this will be the truth of something that this person has been trying to hide to prevent you from like going on a new adventure, from starting a new cycle. This is literally blocking a cycle to try to get you to repeat something, to be in a repeating loop. Wow. He ain't confused no more, baby. Fuck. So this person is receiving judgment. I'm like, so this person is receiving judgment. Now, the other thing too is, whoever this is that's receiving judgment, they don't want people to know. So they may also be trying to hide, like, whatever misfortune may be occurring in this person's life. They may be trying to hide it. They may be unable to hide it for very long. And the crazy part about it is, this woman, because it's a feminine energy, this woman has been attacking this masculine who in actuality is a very good person. Oh, wow. Okay, what did I say? I was like, they wanted bad things to happen in this person's life. Bad things are happening in this person's life. Bad things are happening in this person's life. And they're not happy. Fishbowl. Even this card has a fishbowl. They didn't want him to know that energetically, while he did create a place of safety and comfort within this fishbowl, she had a hand in the creation of the fishbowl too. I don't know who this woman is. I'm like, I don't know who this woman is. It just feels like whoever she is, she's been, I want to say, in direct competition with this man. Trying to create misfortune, conflict, drama, indecisiveness. A lot of indecisiveness. And he may not, like, it's kind of interesting because I feel like maybe he may not have been I mean, obviously I don't think he's been aware that that's what this is. I don't think this is organic. I said it before, I was like, I don't think that this is organic to him. Like, whatever the energies that he's going through, this is not organic to who he is or the way he thinks or the way he lives his life. This has been energetically influenced. I was trying to whoever this person is has been energetically trying to influence a lot of misfortune in this person's life to keep them feeling a sense of like they're like, to always make them feel like they're drowning. And he's awake now. He's awake now. He's like, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore. He sees very clearly that there are other opportunities out there. That's not what they ever expected. Whoever this person is up here, whoever this juju, whoever this person is, never expected that. Never expected that he would wake up. And we know that the aces are gifts from the universe, right? I have a bunch of aces out here. But the thing is what this looks like is the practitioner, and I don't know who this person is. I don't know who you are on this board. Whatever. What it looks like is, it feels very much like God has been presenting this masculine with blessings, right? This practitioner has been trying to, like, through smoke and mirrors, spell work. I just saw 111 on the clock. Smoke and mirrors, whatever, juju, confusion spells, whatever. So that they would not be able, thank you, Spirit. So that they would not be able to see the blessings. Yes. They didn't want, yes. God has been sending this person, this masculine energy, hell, you could, I don't know. God's been sending these blessings. This practitioner and whoever else they've been working with have been doing work to prevent him from being able to see the blessing. So, like, I'm telling you, we're in the last degrees of Neptune being in Pisces. It very well could have a lot to do with that transit. He is no longer under the illusion of what is going to make him happy. He is no longer under the illusion. Now, yes, it still stands that there's some decisions that this person needs to make, and he's trying to make the best decisions that would work for everybody involved. But this woman, whoever this practitioner is, what she's been doing is, and it's feminine energy, has been doing this like juju under the cover of darkness where nobody can see, to keep this man, to continuously have him miss these blessings and opportunities that have been presenting themselves. Because now, like I'm telling you, the Seven of Cups is in the reverse, where he may not have been able to see the blessings that were there. He can see them now. He can see the opportunities. He just needs to pick one. You know what I'm saying? At this point, he just needs to pick one. And now, I'm telling you, this woman, this practitioner, whoever she is, whatever she's been doing, she may have convinced people to work with her, all while she's being in competition with this man. She's been in competition with this man. And for all of the drama and the burden and the responsibility and misfortune, potential homelessness that this woman may have wanted for you or whoever this is, that's what's happening for this person. That's what's happening for them. Yep. Wow. And she is gonna be burnt. Okay, so if you are the masculine on the board, yeah, look, see? This person, there has been, I'm telling you, this practitioner out here who has just been trying to create a bunch of hate and discontent. I don't know who this person is. They do want to reach, they want to reach out. Man, it don't matter. It don't matter. Like, it don't matter. I don't know who she is, but it don't matter. I feel like he's very clear. I think this masculine's getting really clear about what he wants to do and where he wants to go. While he's a little bit nervous about making the wrong decision, the ultimate goal is to move towards calmer waters, away from whatever drama or chaos that they've been experiencing. I do have a sense of excitement. Like, I think even in the thought process, even though we may not, I don't think he's quite made up his mind what he wants to do, and there's a little bit of, going back and forth here. I think he's developed a sense of excitement now, because now I kind of have a clear idea of because it's really important to know what you do want, what you don't want, and a lot of times people will focus more on what they don't want and then manifest more of that shit into their lives. And I think here it feels very much like a clarity of purpose. Like, I know now what I want, because how I always talk about, like, it's really important to understand and know what your 9 and 10 of cups looks like, so that you can actually work towards that, and don't focus on the shit you don't want and don't like, because then you'll just make more of that, and you don't want that. Focus on what you do want and what does that look like. So I think while whoever this masculine energy is, whoever, I think we're getting a very clear idea of what is going to make us happy, because I see that's where the focal point is now. I am clear. I may not have understood it before, but I think I'm pretty clear about what it is. I just need to make a decision about, like, which direction I'm going in. But I'm very eager. And then we do have someone here who is very disappointed, especially if it comes with a departure, because I do have energy of, like, moving and relocation. So if this requires somebody to move, if it's going to require a move, or physical move, or relocation, somebody on the other end is not going to be very happy. And I think it's this woman, whoever's doing this juju. And I like the fact that in the decision-making process, whatever this man chooses to do, you, man, whatever this main character person, whoever this person is, whatever they choose to do and pursue, it's protected. Okay? It is protected. You have a crew of spirit angels, your ancestors, your spirit team, that is kind of like, the way that I see it in my head, it's like somebody holding up, like, debris, in order to keep it from falling. And then I just have, like, this very little person who's just kind of like, I'm just going on with my life, and I'm going towards my new thing, but the person's like this big, and you've got this gigantic, like, angel, and all these people that are just, like, holding up the, I don't know, like, the ceiling. I wish I could describe it better, because I can see it. It's like you're like this little bitty person, whoever this is, like a little bitty person, and they're just walking along, and I'm going, but they're making sure that your pathway is unobstructed. Okay? They're making sure that the pathway is unobstructed, and this woman is not happy. She ain't gonna be happy. She ain't gonna be happy, because she's getting She's receiving some type of negative karma. It's all connected to her. She don't want nobody to know about it. There could be, and there's absolutely could be truth coming out about whatever's been going on, especially if it's behind somebody's back. If there's truth that needs to be revealed, that's coming out too. So you can hide it as long as you want to, but it ain't gonna be forever. You know what I mean? All right. So I think I'm gonna leave this here. I think I'm gonna leave this here because this was a lot. If you're still in here with me an hour and 20, I appreciate you. All right, Saturn out here twice, and the Sun. The Sun and Saturn. Sun is in Capricorn right now. Saturn is making its last, I think, are we still in Saturn in Pisces? I don't think it goes into Aries until a little bit later this month. Sun's also ruled by Leo. Saturn is Capricorn or Aquarius. All right, I've got the 4th house. Home, your roots. 7th house, relationships. So this definitely could have something to do with somebody's home life and their relationships. That was part of the main theme that we talked about. Then we have Aries, which is the natural 1st house of self. Libra, the natural 7th house of relationships and partnerships. And then we have Scorpio. So there definitely could be some changes, some things coming to an end in terms of somebody's like home life. Could absolutely impact some relationships. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes that need to see us the most. If you'd like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Books are always open. Thank you for all the likes, shares, subscribes, tips, donations, the super thanks. I love all of you, and I appreciate all of y'all for being here and supporting my work and supporting my channel. For all the new subscribers and new clients that have booked, thank you for supporting my work. Yeah. That was a lot. Like, yeah, that was a lot. I'm gonna have to process for a little bit before I go on. But I hope you guys have a fabulous day, evening, weekend, night, year, whenever you happen to catch this. All right. I love you guys. Till next time. Take care.